Hello, everyone. Good evening. Finally, we are here after all the back and forth with the network. I do hope you can hear me clearly, and I hope we enjoy this session. Once again, it's Bryce from Bwave ICT, and I welcome you to this live session where we are going to talk about Git and GitHub. You can send messages. If you can hear me, you can indicate through the comments. Let me know you are hearing me. Let me know I'm clear and audible enough. And of course, you can invite your friends now as we start this session. All right. So if you can, okay, loud and clear. I see that. I see that. That's very good. All right. Yes, Mr. Collins, it's nice to be here. Nice to have every single one of you here. Okay, let's share our screen now. And thank you so much for waiting. Thank you for sticking around. So far, the energy is great. And you know one interesting thing? One interesting thing about these first 2 weeks is that the kind of energy you've come in here with is great. I mean, the network had to delay us for 20 minutes, but you guys were my guys. Like, you didn't leave the session, you just sticked around. So thank you so much for that. And your first 2 weeks here, it's been crazy. The projects back to back to back to back is just, if you're not strong, before you know, you just get discouraged. But you are here, you still have the power and the grit to keep going. Well done. All right, so we have 16 people now in the live session. Thank you so much. Um, I hope the network is not disturbing you like it's disturbing me, and I hope you can enjoy the music. As I'm going to share my screen now, and we are going to do Git from the quiz to the end. I want it to be clear. I want Git to be very simple. All right, for all of us. And of course, if you have questions, use the comment section. We are going to make this as educative, as interesting as we can. And if this is your first time on my session, please like and subscribe to my YouTube channel, because throughout the course of the program, this year I will be dropping videos that explains things, and I will be doing a lot of these live sessions. 1 minute. All right, it's time to do Git now and GitHub. So the very first thing we are going to start with is explaining what is Git. I know, yeah, some of you must have seen my video where I talked about Git, right? Where I did explain Git and the rest. But what I'm doing here, I want to explain Git again for us that's here, because it's quite nice to see us Okay, and so let me explain Git. Yeah, hello everyone. Will this session be recorded? Yes, it's being recorded, but after now, I may delete it. I may delete it. Or you have the opportunity to choose if you want me to delete it. If I get up to 50 live viewers in this session, I'm not going to delete it again. So share the link with others. If it's not up to 50 after this session, I'll delete it because you are the one that is here and you're the one that deserves to see it at this time, right? Okay, that's for that. So I'm still in conflict. I may or may not delete it. But if you don't want me to delete it, please also share with others. Let's get to 50 live viewers. And I will not delete it again. Okay, so what is Git in the first place? They call Git something like a version control system. And I know, yeah, when you hear the word version control system, or more, it seems like it's difficult here to understand. But which one is version control again? Which one do be version control? But see, just simply say Git is. Yeah, I've been sleeping on this Git. Mr. Panashi, I don't understand your question. Yeah, Mr. Jeremiah, yes. After now, you can confidently relax. See, Git is something that developers in 2, 3, 4 years time, not developers, you in 2, 3, 4 years time, will still have questions regarding Git. You know, it's that big. But here, the simple definition of Git, let's start with GitHub. All right, this platform, this environment called GitHub. Let's start with it by now, and I'm sure everybody. So let's start with GitHub. This environment now you're seeing here, known as GitHub. This is the environment. So once you come, this is the environment you would see once you are signed in. This environment is where, just in a simple definition, I like to do my things very simple. It's where you can push your code to. You can store anything of importance to you there, right? You can store any file of importance to you. But this is not a place like Google Drive. No, this one is for developers to store their code. I think that one is clear. That definition should be clear enough. It's for developers to store their code. Oh, the screen is blurred. It's network. It is network. Um, let's hope the screen is bright now. From my end, the screen is bright. Oh, let me hope from your end it's going to be bright now. But no vex, the network cause up. All right. So this one now is for developers only to store their code. The other one, like Google Drive and the rest, everybody can go there, store anything you like. Developers here can not only store their code, they can store their images, they can store things they like. But basically, this one is for developers. So Git is what would help the developers now to interact with GitHub. Git is what will help you as the developer to interact with GitHub. I want to put it in the simplest format ever. GitHub is where you are going to be storing your code, but Git is where you are going to now be able to interact with GitHub. All right, so let's keep it like that. Now we operate with Git with the command line. If you remember when I did a live session about shell, if you were here, I did say a lot about the command line, right? And so Git is what we are operating with the command line. Now that with those two explanations, I hope you can now see my screen. Oh. With those two explanations about Git and GitHub, let's move on. You see, for this first week, You know, this Git stats, you've had it since last week, but and I did not do any Google Meet until today. The reason is that I wanted you to try to fix it, everything you know, do everything you can, research, learn about it. You know why? For the rest of this program, you are going to be interacting with Git almost every day. And why it is true that I cannot share with you everything at once. As in, I'll be giving you the resources little by little, gradually. I want you to do as much as you can to get as much information as you can about Git. And there's no way to get it except if you know, what's that called? There's no way to get it except you yourself play with it, interact with it. All right. So there are different ways we interact with Git and GitHub. The first thing to interact with this Git and GitHub will be to create repositories. Now, what is repository? Just a folder you create online. That's a repo. You get just a folder you create online. That one is repository. You can just say this first for our definition. Let's not even go far. That folder we're going to create online is a repo. Now, inside that repo, that big folder, right? We are going to have plenty small folders under that folder. So if the name of my folder is Bwave, inside Bwave now, I would have Bright as another small folder. Inside that Bwave, I would have which other name? Daniel as another folder. Inside that Bwave folder, I would have Peace Sunday as another folder. Inside that one, I would have Chinedu as another folder. You see how the repo works now. So inside that big repository, you can have other repos that do small repo or do small folder inside. Prince Emeka says he can't see anything. Hope now you can see something. Everyone, please let me know if you can see something now before I continue. I want to confirm if you can see something. I want to confirm if you can see something. Let me know, everyone, if you can see something. The screen is not clear. Okay, let's try to make this screen clear, right? Let's try to make the screen clear for you. Kelvin says it's clear. Okay. So I have the conflict between it not being clear and it being clear. Hopefully, it's going to be clear, right? It's going to be clear very soon. Ah, yeah. Okay. So most is clear, and let's work with that. Okay. So now, with this small definition of Git, you would have a process. You know, we are working with command line, and the command line. So command line is terminal. Okay, doing Git, we'll have to work with the terminal, the command line. So we will have process. There are going to be some kind of do's and don'ts. There are things we would do to check out, to check, or to, there are processes we must follow. Now, where you will have your problem is to follow this process. So I want to make my screen bold so that at least you can see it. And the quiz question, your first question was, what command can you use to see what changes have been staged, which haven't, and which files aren't being tracked by Git? All right, so let me explain this question in the first place. When you go and create that folder in GitHub, you know what I've just said? You will go to GitHub and create that folder. When you create that folder in GitHub doesn't, that one is online. It's just like when you come to when you go to when you go to email, when you send someone an email or you send someone a WhatsApp message, that WhatsApp message that you send ends in WhatsApp. The only way you can take that WhatsApp message or that WhatsApp status, or if you are the TikTok type, here, let me use the example of TikTok. When you open TikTok and you watch a video and you comment, those comments end in TikTok. The only way you can share that TikTok file now is if you click on the share button. You can now send it to your WhatsApp status. You can now download it and put it on your phone and you watch at your own time and you laugh. The same thing with Git. This Git, when you go and create a folder on GitHub, how would you now have that same folder on your computer? You have to come to your computer now and type some command, some git command. So those git command you type on your computer will now make your computer be able to connect with that folder that you've created on GitHub. I don't know if this explanation is clear. Now, when you connect with that folder that you've created on GitHub, after using those git commands, anytime you want to pick anything from your computer to GitHub, you will now do commands like the ones you are used to, like git add, git commit, and git push. Now, when you type the git add command, it would make sure that anything you choose to git add, it will start to prepare the way. It will start telling GitHub. That command will start telling GitHub, get ready. Oh. This person wants to bring some files from his system and he wants to send them over to you in the cloud. You know, GitHub is website now, cloud, right? Server that you are not really in control. But your system, you are in control. So when you do the git add, you are telling the GitHub, the cloud, that, hey, guy, get ready. Oh. There are some things he wants to send. When you do the git commit, you are telling it, oh yeah, move. So it's in between your system now and the cloud main. And then when you do git push, you are finally sent it. Those are the 3 stages. But when you do git add, right, and you want to know how many files, what are what GitHub don ready to collect and which ones GitHub are not accepting to collect, you use this command, git status. That's the question and the explanation. So git status is for you to know what and what GitHub is ready to collect from you now to push to GitHub, and the things that Git and GitHub have not agreed to collect from your system. They have not seen any change in them. They are not yet ready to move them. You use the git status. All right. You have the second question. You have the following files in your project directory. You've edited 0 text. So this 0 text, let's say it's a file. You know file now, like your normal files, your normal Word documents, your normal things. You have the following file in your directory, and you want to add it to GitHub repo. See what I'm saying? The same explanation. You want to add it now to that folder in GitHub. You don't want to add everything. You know what you have been doing since is this git add dots. I know that some of you have tried that. But this one will add everything in your folder. It will tell Git, oh yeah, everything inside this folder, get ready to send them to GitHub. But in this case, I want to add only this one to GitHub. The correct way to do it is to git add, then the name of what you want to add to GitHub. That's all. So the only thing that is confusing about this Git there is just to know the process to follow. It's just to know the process, small, to follow it like that. Once you know the process to follow, everything will now be going CDD. All right. I want to make this as real as possible. So I'm going to sign out from Git now. You know me, if you've watched any of my video, you will know that me and starting from the scratch, we are 5 and 6. I like to start from the very, very beginning, from the beginning. You understand? So I want to sign in now to GitHub. And when I sign in, I'm going to use this by Daniel, create accounts and sign in. Oops. Let me sign in. Yup. All right. I'm in GitHub now. I'm in GitHub now. Let's go back to your question. Your change the quality of your video to advanced. Are you talking to me? Change the video quality. Okay. That is for users saying it's blurred. You can change the video quality. Sorry, here I'm seeing on my network tab that it's not as clear as it's supposed to be. I'm seeing that on my network tab. All right. I hope this it gets better. The internet connection, I don't know. The internet connection has been really, really crazy. I hope it gets better. Or all right, let's see for the next 3 minutes if anything is going to change. Just hang on. All right, let's see. Oh, it's work. I can now see clearly. All right. So if it's not clear to you, please try that method. All right. Just change the quality of the video. If it's not clear, um, I've started. Um, all right. So, all right. Let me pin that message now. Yup. Okay. So please follow this advice on the screen now, and it will be clear to you. I hope it's clear. I hope we can continue. So, step zero in your tag zero is to create a GitHub account if you don't have one. I know all of us have created. Now, the next thing we want to do is to go and create a personal access token. Create a personal access token. All right. So, this is where people started having problems from. And yeah, let's try to solve those issues as quickly as possible. So I'm over now to GitHub, and what I will do is to create a personal access token, my first step. So let's go ahead and do that together. If you've not created your token before, or if your token is giving you wahala, follow me. Let's do it together. Bring me back or anywhere you are not seeing, anywhere you don't understand, anywhere the network decides to do its thing. Now, you know how the network used to do. The network is not our guy at all. Just bring me back. So the first thing to do when you want to create this token is to come here to settings. When you sign into GitHub, this is what you should see. Just come here. This is your icon here. This one that my mouse is. Click it. Come down to settings. When you come down to settings, just scroll down straight. When you scroll down, be looking at your left side, this side. This is where your eye should be as you are scrolling down. This whole left side. This is where your eye should be because this one will be working with. Click on this developer settings. It's down. The last thing you would see. Once you click on developer settings, you will see this thing that says GitHub apps, OAT apps. Those ones no concern us for now. Click on personal access token. When you click on personal access token, let me increase this thing now. When you click on personal access token, you would see this one that says token classic. Click on it. You can see I have some tokens already. Don't click on this free gain token. So I know you like free things, but leave this free first. Okay, this one is fine, not even free. Fine grained tokens. Ah, when you see fine, you want that one. No, just go for the classic one first. This one is still in beta mode, so I mean it's not yet stable. All right, then click on the token classic, click on generate token. Now, when you click on generate token, you'll be asked if you want this one or this one. Please just click on generate new token, the classic one, not the beta option. Click on the classic option. Once you click on it, it will ask you the name of your token. You can put anything here. So let's just say this token would be for today's network has been bad. So let me name this token for network. Then you have to choose when it would expire. Me, I don't like problems. So I'll put 90 days, or I'll put custom, or I'll put no expiration, but I will not put 7 days or 30 days. So that in 7 days time, you will not come here again and start this process. So this one is not advised though, but I will choose no expiration. That is this my token. I will use it from now till anytime I like. After you've clicked on whatever you want to click here, you can choose 90, you can choose 60. If it interests you to click on 7 days, that will end on February 10, you can click on it. But for me, I'm going to click on no expiration. Now I'm going to come to this whole select scope and click on only this first one. This is the only one that is important because this one will allow us to deploy our repo, commit. It will help us to do everything we want, full control of the repo. Right? You can decide to click on every other thing you see, but for me, only that first one is enough. I'll come down and click on generate token. Once you generate token, it will give you this warning. Make sure to copy your personal access token now. You won't be able to see it again. This one is serious, so if you don't copy it, you're not going to see them here again. So copy it. Once you copy it like this, go to anywhere safe and put it. All right. For some people, what they would choose is what did they call them? Notepad. They'll go and store it there. Some people will store it in their email. This token, just make sure that you store it anywhere that is safe. As long as you've copied it. All right. Once you've copied it like that. So for this case, I'm going to store my token for you people here to see in the comment section. All right, I'm going to store this token for you guys to see here in the comment section. It doesn't mean that on your own you should be storing your token in the comment section, no. Because this token is like a password. You know how password is private to you. That's how your token is private. But no wahala. Anybody that wants to hack this account, that wants to hack the repo, can go ahead. Okay, guys. Next up, we've done the part 1. Remember, step 1, create a personal access token. Step 0, create a GitHub repo. We have done those 2. I already know that you've updated your profile on the intranet and your GitHub username is showing, right? So that one, we can leave it. Now, step 3, we should create our first repository. You see, using the graphical interface of the GitHub website, create your first repository. Don't even let this big grammar worry you. This is what we call the graphical interface. This is it. Once you open here, this place that you are seeing is called GUI, graphical user interface. It's the same thing everywhere. You get any place you open, what you see there is the graphical interface. Graphic just simply mean Mrs. Chiamaka, your video is not giving. I'm so sorry if you can't see my video. I hope it's back now. I really hope it's back. I hope my screen is I hope you can see my screen now. I hope you can see my screen. So far, I'm in this place that says step 3, create a first repository. Okay, okay. That was from me, sorry. This is the graphical user interface. No vex, so don't mind me. That was from me. Sorry about that. All right, this is the graphical user interface of GitHub. This place that you go when you just type github.com, the place you are met is your graphical user interface. And if you check your projects, you are asked to create your first repository from the graphical user interface. So, how exactly do they expect you to do it? See the picture that they attached. This is how you are going to do it. All right, now let's do it together too. Hope you can see what I'm doing now. Sorry. Hope you can see what I am doing now. Currently, I'm displaying my GitHub graphical user interface. If it's blurry, please just follow the advice they've given. Change your. If my screen is blurry, all you have to do is this. All right. All you have to do is this, and it's going to be clear back. That's all you have to do. And hope you can see my screen. So far, I'm in my graphical user interface, but I want to create my repository now. So let's go ahead and create my repository now. This I've clicked on new, so let me explain step by step. What I did was to click on this place that says new, or this green this thing. This is where you create your repository. You can also come here if you like stress and click on your repositories. But by just staying here, click on new, bam. It will take you to this environment where you have to write your repository name. So what's the name of the repository we are working with now? What's the name of the repository? ALX pre-course. In case you are wondering how I saw that, look at it from your heart. Step 3, create your first repository. The name should be ALX pre-course. This is going to be description. This is going to be the readme, and this is going to be the .gitignore, right? So what we want to do first is ALX pre-course, copy that. So want to copy that repository name, paste it, ALX pre-course. Now, it's going to give you this warning that ALX pre-course already exists in this account. So let me do this, right? You don't have to pay attention to what I'm doing now. I want to delete it. That's ALX pre-course. I want to delete it. So far, so good. Yep. So let me quickly delete that. All right, I've deleted the repository. Now let me go ahead and create that repo again. ALX pre-course. If you note what I did, I copied it from the tags there so that I will not make any mistake. You know, if this place now, this column, you make mistake, come put this dash here, or this one, you now make mistake and put it like this, it won't work. So because of that, I always like it. So you just have to be careful. Now, after doing the repository name, what's the next thing we want to do? We want to do the description. You can see on my screen, description. Now, what's the description? I am now an ALX student. This is my first repository as a full stack engineer. Yeah, congratulations to all of you. This is your first repository as a full stack engineer. Once you copy that description, come and paste it here. That's all. You get that? That's just all. Then here you are going to leave it in public. Don't click any of these things again. Just come down and click on create repository. Once you create repository, this is what you should see. Once you just create the repository like this is how it should be on your screen. If you can see this is your GitHub username and this is your repository. If you can see this, congratulations, you don't work, you don't try, right? So now it's supposed to be like, yeah, you're supposed to be feeling yourself. All right. If my screen is blur, please do this. Okay. Do this. This advice from Mr. Prince Emeka, just follow it and boom, everything would work well. Um Now, when you are here like this, all you have to do is just go back to your ALX intranet, right? Once you just get a sandbox, click on webcam. Once you click on webcam, this is what you see. You know now, you're used to this environment already. This is what you see once you just click the webcam. You are already used to this environment already. So this one should not be a problem. Now let's go back to our question. Our step. So far, we have created our repo on GitHub. We have opened our sandbox. The next thing we want to do now, remember when I said this thing that we created on GitHub, check it out. We created this repository or folder. You remember when I was explaining it on GitHub. How would this repository come to our normal computer now? You know, your sandbox now is acting as your online computer. So how would this your online folder in GitHub go to your online computer? You have to clone it. So you have to type a command called git clone. But then GitHub does not like you using password for your properties. They consider password to be a thing of the past. So they are using what we call personal access token. It serves as your password. You know what it will help Git to do? Anybody can come and clone your repository. But to show GitHub that it is me that have this repository, you are going to use your personal access token to clone that repository. I don't know if that's clear. When you use your personal access token to clone that repository, when you I'm using the GitHub website, Mr. Livingstone. Yep, I'm using the GitHub website. Now, when you use your personal access token to clone that repository, you'll be telling GitHub that, Chairman, I am the owner of this repository. If that's clear enough, then let's do it. For this case, I'm going to show you something that will help you not to make mistake. And if you stick around next week, because next week you are going to be having this Git project again. If you stick around next week, I'm going to show you something now, another thing different. I'm going to be showing you another town hall that you can use in GitHub that is different from Balablu. Another way you can do it in a faster method. That's what I meant by I'm going to show you another town hall different from Bulaba. But this time, let me share my entire screen because I want to show you a pro tip. All right. Yup. I'm sharing my screen now. And you can see it's already looking conflicting. But don't worry. This way I wanted to go. Right. Now, in here, this is Notepad. I open Notepad on my screen. So far I'm here. Where is that? Um, so far I'm here, right? Where I want to clone. Now, don't be in a hurry to clone this thing because it will give you problems. Next week, I'm going to show you how to work around it if it gives you problem. But for now, I'll show you how to do it the right way so that it will not give you problem first. Because we are not looking for problem. We are looking for solutions. So come here, open Notepad. By default, you should have it in your Windows system or the Mac. Notepad. And once you open Notepad like this, to clone, you have to use the command called git clone, then the name of what you want to clone. How do you get the name of what you want to clone? I hope you can see my screen where I am now. I'm currently at my GitHub account, like my GitHub page. How you know what you want to clone? You'll see it here. This is what I want to clone, right? Don't click on HTTPS, don't click on SSH, leave all these ones first. By default, it will be in HTTPS. Just come here and click on copy this. So once you copy that, once you click on this copy sign, come here, paste it on your notepad. Note what I did though. I just pasted this thing now on my notepad. Now, we want to add our personal access token to this whole thing. This is what we are cloning from GitHub to our machine, to our computer. We use the command git clone. But we have to use our personal access token so that Git is going to be sure that this thing that we are doing is our property. We are not cloning someone else's work. If you don't use your personal access token, if you want to push to GitHub, it will not allow you. So you remember that personal access token we first created, and thank God I saved it here. Thank God I saved it here. I saved it in the comment section. See it here. This is my personal access token, right? I saved it in the comment section. Now let me go and how can I copy this thing that I've saved though? I don't enter one chance. I saved it in the comment section, but now I cannot copy it. Hey. That's crazy, right? Because of the app I'm working with, I cannot copy it, even though I saved it in the comment section. All right, let me do this. Let me use my phone to enter here. Guess what I want to do now? I'm going over to youtube.com. So let me watch my live video with you guys. Yup. So I'm going to click on my live video now. So I'm watching my live video. KTM, God no go shame us. I'll copy it. Now I've come here, I'm watching my live video along with you guys, and I've copied it. Now this was fun, right? So yes. Let me unpin this message, right? Because we started. So I've copied it now. I'm literally watching my live video with you guys. Now let me stop watching this live video with you guys. I'm coming back to Notepad. I'm back at. So I've copied my personal access token. When you want to paste your personal access token, now pay attention to this part. If you don't do it well, it will not tell you anything. No. It's when you want to push to GitHub, GitHub will remember you. GitHub will not tell you, why do you want to push? Is it for Gary? Where do you want to push to? GitHub will now start asking you questions like, is it for Eba? Is it for beans and dodo? GitHub will now start playing with you. So you have to get the process right. And to do that, see my @ sign. You know what I did? I put an @ sign at GitHub. Then I paste my personal access token. Now this is looking long. No worry, we'll make it short. Now, look at the whole command. Looks very long, Abby. But now let's make it short. The first step, because I don't want you to cram it, the first step is to git clone, step 1. The second step is your personal access token. The third step is this URL that you want to clone. So it's called a URL or the link that you want to clone. You can call it link. This is the link. Now, this is the third step. All we have to do is to join these 3 steps together. And when we join these 3 steps together, we now have git clone HTTPS personal access token at github.com/Bryce Daniel ALX Precos Kits. So if you've not done this, or if you've decided to start over, I beg, continue with me. If you know you're following me and you are lost, please do it. Please tell me. Because once again, get these videos to 50 live viewers, and yup, I'm going to leave it on. Or I'm still going to leave it on, like, but by tomorrow I may delete it. Yeah, till next week. Now, this is my personal access token. Please, where did you copy what you want to clone from? Look at it. From your GitHub, when you create that repo, this is how GitHub would meet you. This is what you would see on your GitHub. So this is where you copy whatever from. Now, with all these things that we have copied and put, note where I put it to a notepad, because if you try to put it in a web terminal, the web terminal will just wake up, and sometimes if the thing enter his head, the web terminal will start telling you recruits 50 million Nigerians. It will just start playing with you again. You know now how that person used to play with you. So please don't like type something long in this web terminal. It may decide to work fine, but sometimes the head will just touch. You will only see half of what you are typing. The remaining half, you'll not know where it went to. If you don't have the experience, it will be as if you're failing. So because of that, do everything here in your notepad. And after that, clone it. Right? But if you're always choosing to type everything here in your web terminal, and the thing now starts misbehaving, if they ask you who advised you to be typing in your notepad, tell them that you got the advice from a madman, because it's not me that advised you to be typing like that. So now I've copied this. I'm sure you know who said he got the advice from a madman, Sha. Now I've copied all of that. I want to paste it in my terminal. So I'll use Control A and Control V. And once I just do Control A and Control V, you see all those things I've copied is here. So if you want to paste in your web terminal, do Control A, Control V. Then let me press Enter. You see it's sharp. It says cloning into ALX precourse. You appear to have cloned an empty directory. So what's the next step? Remember when I did the live session on Shell, if you remember, there was something I told everyone. I said everything you do in Shell is very important. You have to know the Shell very well, because everything you're going to do in this course, even when you start dealing with programming language like C, Python, SQL, you are still going to be interacting with this Shell, this terminal. So after cloning, the first thing to do is to type ls to list out what you have. You can now see I have this repo called ALX precourse. What you want to do now is to cd into ALX precourse. Let me show you a tip. I've cleared my screen. Click on cd space. As you just type A, press tab on your keyboard. Note what will happen. Just take notes. This one has everything automatically completed for me. So you don't have to type ALX, now be bothering yourself with typing everything. Just type CDA tab. Bam. You don't enter. Once you have entered the ALX precourse, list out what you have. You'll see that you don't have anything there for now, right? You don't have anything, and that's how it's supposed to be. Okay. like this. All right, I'm back. Foreigner says, I want to push to GitHub and it's telling me I don't know you. Oh, GitHub is GitHub does not know you. You have to show GitHub your ID card. Though. You have to show GitHub you have to tell GitHub, do you know who I am? Tell GitHub like that. GitHub will just respect you. So we'll get on to that stage where what you did that is making GitHub to complain. Uh, GitHub is telling you that you should go and identify yourself in a town hall different from ALX. So if you want to identify yourself in a town hall different from ALX, you can join my group or send me a message. Yes. Then from Monday, we would identify ourselves in another town hall different, where we'll be learning much more collectively. But for now what you've done, you've cloned to GitHub. The next thing you want to do is to create a readme.md file with the contents, my first readme. This one, ALX just gave you free. They just gave you the code to use and do it. See the code here looking at you. Just copy this thing. You remember in shell, what the echo command does? Help you to write into a file. Maybe later you will know more about it. But for now, just copy this thing from ALX. Just copy it. Don't tell them, oh. Don't tell them it's me that said you should copy it. But then come here and do Control A, Control V. Paste it. Hit enter. Now list out what you have. You see you have a new file called readme.md. So by just following their contents there, you just copy it. Right? After you've done that, the next thing you want to do is to update your Git identity. So where is him? Mr. Hi. Talent, math, and science. No vex. The video is not in motion again. All right, let me start sharing my screen again. Sorry, I'm having to off my video because of the connection you get. So let me share my screen. Present. Share screen. All right. Sorry about that. Sorry about that. So the network wanted to take me to Bulaba. But yes, I've left Bulaba and I'm back now. Hope you can see my video and hopefully we'll not go to Bulaba again. Okay, so let's present. Share screen again. Yup. It's sample. Yup. And let me off my video. So I'm sure it's supposed to be in motion now. I'm sharing the full screen now. So far, want to update our Git identity. So who was that had the problem? Would it be showing like this for those of us using mobile? Yes, but you have to turn your mobile phone. You have to auto rotate it and it should almost be the same process. It should almost be the same process. Who had the problem with Git identity? Who had the problem with Git identity? Oh, Mr. Forerunner, I'm about to come to your own wahala now. This big problem of Git identity. Imagine a whole you, Git does not know you. Oh yeah, let us solve that problem. So this is how to update your Git identity on GitHub. For everyone doing the thing with me live, how can I paste on my web terminal using a mobile phone? You use your Control A and Control V. Your mobile phone, are you using Tamox? If you are using Tamox, use your Control A and Control V on Tamox. That CTRL button on Tamox represents control. So just type Control A and then type Control V, and you'll be able to paste on your terminal. Now let's update our Git identity. What you have to do for Git to know you, it's just like you showing your ID card to Git that, hey, I'm your friend, all right? I'm not your enemy. Just come here. Let's paste again, Control A and V. Oh, now you must have experienced this WebSocket already in a closed state. I'm sure most of you have experienced it. See, it's not a big problem. Just refresh your screen. Now it's not even a problem at all. And once you refresh your screen, you know now you're already used to the shell. List out what you have, cd into ALX precourse, then you can do what you want to do. So how do you update your Git identity? Come here. Look at this message ALX is giving you. Just copy it. But here, put your own email. You understand? Don't use you at example.com or don't use village people at example.com. Just put your own email. So what's your email? So my own email now is brightdaniel5050 at gmail.com. So I'll type out bright Daniel 5050 at gmail.com. You remember I told you that a better way to do it is any of those typing, just come here and do it, so that you will not have any form of bulaba waiting for you. You just do bright Daniel 5050 at gmail.com, right? So I can copy this now. So this is the command you use to make Git know you. They need your email. And then press enter. When you press enter, nothing will happen. Come here again and copy this next command. This one, git config global username. Now it's asking for your username. So you have to come here. Now let's paste this. What's your username on GitHub? No need to start thinking it. Your username is usually here. So just copy this, paste it in between here. All right. So this is what you do. These two things will help Git to know you. Then you copy this one. Copy and Control A, Control V. Paste it, press enter. With this, GitHub has known us. Right? GitHub has known us already. After you've done these things, now what we want to do is to push our work in here. Look what we have. I was explaining that time. We have a file called readme.md. But look at our GitHub repo. Let me refresh it. Are you seeing anything called readme.md? No. You can't see anything here called readme.md. But now what we want to do is to make sure that this readme.md we have here is the same thing we'll have up. So how do we do that? Now, see the command looking at you. Just copy them. Copy. Now I'm showing you quick ways to get better at something. These are things that as you are doing from time to time, you just memorize them. Copy again. Oh yeah, let's go there. Hit enter. Once you hit enter, you're seeing this master rules, blah, blah, blah. Fantastic. Now, let me show you something. You can either decide to hit git push. You get. Or if you type git push, it's going to work. But if you want to change your branch to main, you have to type this command here, git branch and main. I got it from github themselves. Just type that one first, then type this one next, git push origin main. Bam. Once you do that, you are going to see counting object 100% done, writing object 100% done, blah, blah, blah. Once you see all of these, you're done. Otilo, it's gone. Do you know what we mean by it's gone? Come here. This is what we have been seeing so far here. Refresh it. It don't go. You see that readme file we have here on your sandbox here. Let's list out what we have. Readme file, the only thing we have here. Look at it here now, readme.md. At this point, if you did this and it's successful, you can now start singing song. But if it's not successful, this is the kind of song you want to play. You should just be telling Soso to take your pain away. All right, let me answer questions now. Please, I need help here. Please, Sunday, where do you need help? Please tell me where you need help. Forerunner, I wrote my exactly like that, but it's still denying me. This is what we always say. Try to set your village people before you do GitHub. You are making a mistake. There's no way you will do it exactly like that and it will deny you. So either tell me what you wrote there or try to find it. But if it's not working, you can start singing this kind of song that Soso should take your pain away. But if your own works, don't sing that Soso should take your pain away. You get? Soso does not need to take your pain away if your own works. So I'm still waiting for messages. So how can I help you? All right, let me pause the video now. I've gotten the first message. My network broke and I didn't get how to clone my repo. That's where I've been stuck. All right, I've just said you clone your repo using these three means. Let me share my screen again to show you the three means you use to clone your repo. Using these three means. Number one, you hit git clone. Number two, your personal access token. And number three, the URL you want to clone. You can see the URL you want to clone from up. So these are the three steps to clone your repo. Don't get it twisted. Hang on. I want to make only these three appear on screen. Yep. So these are the three steps. Number one, you type the command git clone. Number two, you add your personal access token. And number three, you put the URL you want to clone. So you do something like git clone. You put your https dot / and then in this / you put your personal access token next. You copy it, paste it, right? Your personal access token in the same line. Oh, then you put a @ this @ sign, right? Then you put these things next. Bright Daniel at github.com. So you copy this and then you paste it. This will help you to clone your repo to your terminal. If that's not clear, don't worry. I'm not going to delete it just immediately, right? I'm still going to leave it for some time, and you can always check out this video once we're done. Hey, what next? So far, so good. We are doing well, right? We are doing very, very well. Yeah, you can ask your questions. Let me share my screen again. And let's go to our, our repo now. Check your code, your very first code, and it's going to work. Now, when you do this is what you should first see. You'll fail, you know. What I want to do is start new test. I will fail. Oh. You know why? Let me show you. Let me go and update my profile. So here's my GitHub name here. Yep. So I have to put in my GitHub name. My GitHub name is Brian Daniel in this case. So I'm going to put this name here, right? And then let me save it. So failure does not mean, oops, GitHub username doesn't exist. Show which one? Okay, my GitHub name is Brian Daniel Create. I'm going to copy that. I'm going to copy that and paste. So that's why it was failing. Ew. Ew. All right. It's telling me something now. It's telling me something. It's telling me something. It's telling me something that I'll have to go and fix now. I have to go and fix that. Right. I have to go and fix that literally myself later. But that's what you need to do for the tax 0. ALX don't they carry me go where you don't know. No, no be ALX. It's probably has something to do with you've been in a town hall that is different from Bolaba. What's your issue? Remember that post I made in the group? If you join through this group, if you join through the group, that I made a post in the morning. Now, no matter your issue, that's not even the important thing. You would always have problems. These problems are normal. But you have to specify what's your problem. You know, when you tell me I did it exactly the way you did it and it did not work, you've not told me your problem. If possible, tell me the exact thing you did. Copy it the way you did it, paste it for me. I did not say you should send screenshot though, because screenshots are difficult to read. It's difficult to understand. Just list out the steps. By listing it out, once you even finish listing it out, immediately I just see all the steps you took. I can say this is the reason or that's the reason. But a ALX is not carrying you anything. I try to push. Okay, it says current branch master has no upstream branch. You did not push using this command. So let me give you the command that you should have pushed using. Git push u origin main. That's the command you use. So let me type it out on the screen for you to see. Git push dash u is supposed to be like this, origin main or origin master. Most likely Git will tell you inside that problem that they gave to you, that error, they would tell you the next thing to do. They will tell you to use the command. They will tell you, they will try using this command. So if you followed what I just did now, you will need to use origin main. If you did it the way it is on your sandbox, you will need to use origin master. The two are the same thing. Whether you have master or main, they are the same thing. Just like GitHub prefers people using main these days as opposed to master. I'm about to go to tax 2. I'm about to go to tax 2. Create a new directory called 0x01 grid in your ALX repo. So let me start sharing again. Let me start sharing my screen. So these are tax 2. We are asked to create a new directory. This is the name of the directory in our ALX precourse repo. And inside that directory, we should have a readme.md file. In the directory 0x01 git. This is the repo. That one already on GitHub. See, it is already here. They are saying we should create a directory. Don't get confused. Directory means folder. Repo is the big way to talk about your code, right, on GitHub. Then inside repos, you now have these folders. So let's go and create this folder or this directory. The directory name is 0x01 git. So copy that. Come here. You know how to create a directory now. mkdi arrow. Maybe you forget. Make sure you are in the ALX pre-course. If you cannot see this, you are doing this wrong. Then once you are here, just create the directory. Once you create the directory and list out what you have, you should see it here, 0x01 git. All you do is seed into 0x01 git, and then you simply create another readme.md file. So I'm going to still stick with that shortcut I showed you on how to create the readme.md file. You see it? I'm going to copy this thing here from ALX and I'm going to paste it. Once I list out what I have, you can see readme.md file inside 0x01 git, inside ALX precourse repo. If this is not clear, please let me know. After doing that, let's see if we have any other thing. Nothing more. That's all for your tax one. Nothing more. That's all. Want to git add, want to git commit with the message. So you can use any message you like. So let me just say, so the network made us start late today. So let me just say network. I will not forgive the network for what it did to me. And then you just want to do something like git push. Simple. You don't have to stress yourself. See, once you just do the git push and it tells you 100% done, also go back to your GitHub, refresh your page, and you should see your latest thing that you did inside here now. It will now be showing here. Wonderful. Right? Wonderful. So these are folder we just created on our terminal here. Ask me questions. I try using the command, but it's asking for password. You try using the command. Now, if it's asking for password, go and copy that your personal access token that you have pasted somewhere safe. Copy it back like this and paste it. I'm going to do a situation where it's going to ask me for password live here. And I'm going to show you how to copy it. Mr. Jeremiah, I'm still waiting for why you said ALX, they carry you go where you know motion. They carry you go where you know. On a serious note, ALX are carry you. See, they want you to be a certified software engineer like this, that even Google will be rushing to come and hire in 1 year. You were very happy when you saw it, though. Now it's just 2 weeks. Then they shall help me, help me. If they carry me, they go where I don't know. Well, we'll get there. Last, it will carry us back to where we know. So it's asking for password. Copy your personal access token and paste it there. It's asking for password because you did not follow the steps I did. The step that I did when I was doing my personal access token and cloning it, you didn't follow everything exactly. Maybe you missed a step. That's why it's asking for password. Put your personal access token back. Yeah, Mr. Collins says, what have I missed? Nothing much. You can always get access to this video later on today. But what we've just done is to create a Mr. Jeremiah, I see you. What we've just done so far is to create a repo. Let's recap. We've created our repo. We've created our readme.md file. We've created a folder called 0x01 git, and inside the folder, we created another readme.md file. So when you create a folder, you use CD to enter inside that folder to create your files. Don't forget to, please don't go and create your folder in a directory that is not ALX because if you do it like that, the checker will just be looking at you and say, you don't know what's going on. And you'll be very angry and you know that feeling of frustration may just set in. All right, let me start sharing my screen again. Um, so what's next? We've done 1, we've done 0, we've done 1. Let's move over to 2. This one called Cody Road Fury. See, for the moment, you have an empty project containing only a readme.md. It's time to code. Inside your 0x10 git, create these 3 directories. Then create these 3 files. Then create these other 2 files. And inside those 2 files, you are going to write things like this. Then you are going to do this. Now, this looks like kind of complicated, but it's not. First of all, we have readme.md. We have 0x01 git. Yes, it says inside 0x01 git. So what's the first thing you do? You know how to do? The first thing you do is to list out what you have. You have 0x01 git. They said inside 0x01 git. So you cd inside 0x01 git. Now you are inside 0x01 git. Now, what's the next project? The next thing saying it says you create these 3 directories. So just copy them like this now. Use your mkdir arrow command to create directories and paste them. Now remove the comma after each one. Just remove the comma. Make sure there's space and then press enter. Look at what you have. Can you see the 3 directories? Bash, C, and JS. That will not go just like that. Now create these empty files. Copy all of them the way it is. What do you want to do now? You want to create the empty files. You know how to create empty files? You use the touch command, right? Use the touch command. When you use the touch command, you can now paste out, start creating the empty files. So you use touch command. And what's the name of the first file you're creating? C/sysfun. So you copy that and you come here, you paste it. Right? You come here, you copy this, you paste it. Now let's do this experiment if it would work. And lastly, you copy this, you paste it. Then you press enter. That's all. Oh. I don't know if you see what I just did. Let me copy. Now I like to repeat things so that you grab it well. See, look at what we are doing here. This is the first file they say you should create here. Look at it, though. Look at it. C/sysfun. It means inside your C folder, create a file called sysfun. Inside your JS folder, create a file called main.js. Inside the JS folder again, create a file called index.js. To do that, a simple command will just be to do touch. Just copy C/sysfun, put space, JS, this one, then put space, this one. Just the way it is on the terminal, and press enter, boom. It will create for you. Now, I know you may not be aware of this. It's all right. But let's see the inside our JS folder. Let's see if we have the files. Can you see we have 2 files? So that's how fast this shell is. Shell is very powerful. If you know how to use the commands right, you would enjoy it. Very, very, very powerful. You can ask questions so far. Or if you are just watching and you're enjoying it, let me know that everything is clear. If everything is clear, tell me. If it's not clear, tell me. Then inside your bash folder, you have to create these 2 files, right? So what's the name of the first file I want to create? The first file is called ALX. The second file is called school. So see what I will do. I will cd first. I will list out the folders I have. I have bash folder. I will now cd into bash folder. And I'll create 2 files. The first, using the touch command, the first one is ALX and the second one is called school. Then list out what you have. You see 2 files inside your bash folder. We are inside our bash folder, and our bash folder is inside 0x01 git, and our 0x01 git is inside ALX precourse. I know somebody is saying, "Oh, more these gits now, wow." Don't worry, it's simple. It's just because it's your first time. We are just creating folders inside folder, inside folder. You know when you used to do that thing in your computer now? You have plenty folder, inside folder, inside folder. It's the same thing we are doing here. And then we have these two files. So what you want to do now is in this ALX file, we want to add these two lines, line 1 and line 2. So how can you add lines inside a file? That's where VI or Emacs comes in. You get it? So let's use Emacs first of all. I want to use Emacs and open this file called ALX. And inside line 1, I'm going to copy this. Oops. Seems like WebSocket is already in a closed state. Show you anything. I see Precious, there's nothing showing when you copy and paste the token. When you used to write your password on a website, does it used to show? Your token is like your password. That one does not concern. Don't worry, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it live now. I'm going to copy and paste the token again. I'm going to just show you live. All right, I'm going to just show you live. So just hang on. Our WebSocket was in a closed state. Sorry. Let's open it back. So I want to seed into ALX precourse. Want to list out what we have. Want to seed into 0x01 bits. Want to list out what we have. Want to seed into bash. Want to list out what we have again. But now I want to use Emacs to open this ALX file. All right. Now using Emacs to open ALX file, we'll copy this and Ctrl A, Ctrl V. This first line, what will be in our second line? Echo ALX. You know, Emacs is very simple to use, very, very easy to use. And then you want to do Ctrl A, Ctrl V, Echo ALX. You press F10, you can now save the file. You press F10 again in Emacs, you can quit. Now let's use VI and open the second file. VI school. So I want to play around with Emacs and VI for you so that you see how simple these things are in reality. And don't worry, if you cannot, maybe this thing is looking like magic to you, in a few weeks' time, especially if you put your heart in it, and if from Monday or after now, you decide to be in my group where we'll discuss things looking like a town hall, different from the ALX category, I'm going to show you how you can learn and learn and learn till these things become simple for you. But for now, just in case what I'm typing looks like magic, look, we have inside 0x01 git, create these things, we have done it, Abby. Create these empty files, we have created them. Now I want to create this file called ALX and this file called school inside the bash folder. We have done that. After you've created these files, you want to open the file. It's just like when you create Microsoft Word documents and you want to now write something inside the Microsoft Word document. You open the Microsoft Word document. You now start typing. That's what I just did with Emacs. I opened this ALX file inside Emacs and I typed this one in line 1 and I typed this one in line 2. But instead of me typing and wasting time, I just copy and paste. I'm sure that's clear. The same thing I'm doing with this file called school now. I open this file with VI and then just type in these things. And after that, I'm just going to save and quit. Now, let me remove this ALX. Let me remove this duplicate ALX file I have. And that's that. How do we join your group? I can't see your screen. That's a village people. VI is the best for you. WebSocket. If he's telling you WebSocket, just refresh. I've always said that. Just refresh. Please, what does that mean, Mr. Collins? WebSocket. WebSocket means that it's a term actually to show. See, take it like when NEPA sees light, your socket will stop working. So once the connection is lost, it's just stops working. You have to refresh. Okay, how do we join your group? I'm going to get the link now to you. But this is my number in case you want to chat directly. 08 plus 234. Okay, so I'm supposed to do plus 23481 481 85691. Sorry for the infinity mirror. I'm sharing my whole screen. That's why here it's looking very complex, like vague. So this is my number. You can, right? You can send me a direct message. That's my number. I just pinned now. All right. So far, so good. If what I'm doing is clear, please let me know. So I want to do something. Oh, I want to do something just to. Um, I just want to. You can forget about what I'm doing first, though. Let me not confuse you. You can just forget about what I want to do now. Don't even pay attention to it. Because if you try to do it, you may be wondering where has this guy gone to now. Now I'm seeing all these things that looks like incantation. So don't worry about that. But I want to remove my personal access token so that I'll have the same problem you used to have, right? Then I would show you how to fix it. All right. Now let me try to git add. What will happen? Oh, am I sharing my screen? Yes, I am sharing my screen. Right. Git add. Now let's try to git commit. Let's just use a message and call this message. It's not working. You know the way we used to talk now. It's not working. That thing is not working. Very few people will tell you, I'm not doing it well. Please tell me how to do it. Majority of people will tell you it's not working, as if the fault is from the thing. The fault is actually from us, but we just like to blame it on the git. Now let me try to git push. No to git push. See what it's doing to you now. I've made it to happen to myself. For now, forget about how I did that one. It's going to ask you for username. There's no problem there. This is why I always like copying my properties one side. See my username, Daniel Bright Creates. This one, no be wahala. I'll just copy it from here. You get? I'll just copy it from here now and paste it. Now your username is going to show. The next thing is going to ask for password. This is the problem that everybody has been facing. I know in your mind now you're saying, hey, let me see how you will do it. Once again, don't put your password na trap. No put your password though, na trap. If you put your password, it will not work. Come here. Come here. That your personal access token that you have copied, safe. Copy it. Copy. Come here. Control A, Control V. Nothing has shown, no, but you have to have faith. You know, this way you have to have faith. Now, you know how faith used to work now. Faith is when you are doing something, you are not seeing the result, but you just know it's working. That's how this password has pasted, but we are not going to see it. Press enter. You see what happened when we press enter? And I pasted it only once. Control A, Control V, just once. It has told me 100% done. Everything. It don't go. It don't finish. That's all. But if you don't have faith, if your faith is weak, if your faith is weak, if your faith is has started weak, you can DM me a message. Let me sell small faith for you. If you need faith that can carry you throughout the rest of this program, that one That one maybe you need like a that one will be cost though. Now you need like 300,000. But if you just need faith to do this personal access token, that one I'll not even collect money from you. I'll just tell you to bring your identity card from a town hall different from Bolaba. You get so so that's how to fix your personal your password problems, right? Mr. Victor Eze, because of you, because of this your prayer now, this prayer have touched me. This prayer touched me. So I'm not going to delete it after now. I'm not going to delete it after now. But in 2 days' time, if you come here, you will not see it again. So I'll leave it for today. I'll leave it for the whole of tomorrow, Saturday. And probably on Sunday night, this prayer will done finish. As always, these projects are just to get you started. You repeat them again. And I've shared my number on the screen before. So you can easily reach out to me at any time. But if you reach out to me, note that what I will do for you is to be telling you, to be guiding you, to be guiding you. Do this, do that, do this, do that. I'm not going to take it from your hand and do it all. And like now, some people haven't sending me text message and they are calling me now that I'm in the class with you. So you know now, I'm not going to respond. So it's not every time you send message that I will be free to respond. If I respond late, bear with me. Even my sister is calling me this evening, I could not respond. Right? All right, so far so good. We've done tax 1, tax 2, tax 3. We've done this. But we are not done with it though, because we did not use the right commit message. The commit message was supposed to be starting to code today. So cool. Come and see the commit message I used. Come and see the commit message I used. It's not working. You see the commit message. This commit message now will give you problems. So this commit message can keep you here for the next 5 hours. So you have to know how to solve that problem of commit message. One kind. You get. So how do you fix a commit message? You know, I told you that this is going to be detailed, and that's how I do my thing. That video I did Git part 1 and part 2. Imagine I did a 2-part video on Git and a 2-part video on Shell. If you've not checked it, go and check them. They are there. And if you've not subscribed to my channel, it could be the reason why it's not working. So when you don't subscribe to my channel, it may not work. So please subscribe to my channel. If you think I'm playing, subscribe to my channel now and check if that Git push will not work. If you just think I'm playing, if you've not already subscribed, and then so let's go back to what were we saying? How to amend a Git commit message, right? Because see the commit message where what you are seeing here are all commit message, and this commit message is wrong. It's not supposed to be. It's not working. The commit message is supposed to be starting to code today. So cool. All right. So how do we do that? Now there are a couple of ways to amend your commit message. One simple way is to now you are going to type this. You are going to type this git commit dash amend git commit dash amend. How did they spell amend? Right. Oh, look at English want to fail me now. English will not fail me. English will not fail me. So git commit dash amend. I'm just typing it now so that you can see clearly. You can do this git commit that amend. This one step you can do. One of the process you can follow. Dash amend space m and then you put in between this curly bracket, you can now put whatever you wanted to put. So this is what I want to put. I'm going to copy this and I'm going to Control A, Control V, right? And then I'm going to paste it now. And you see the message has changed to starting to code today. So cool. And I can do something like this. Push. When you do git push again, if you got that your personal access token wrong, this is something that would always you will struggle with. But just for the person that asks how to amend a commit message, of course, we make this mistake a lot. This is how to do it. So let me copy this and then I'm going to just paste it. Can you make it visual, please? Share your screen, bro. Oops, sorry. Yeah. Sorry. Huh? Was that not a town hall difference from Bolaba that made me not to do that? To share my screen. Sorry about that. Sorry. Please share your screen. No vex for me, Jerry. I hope you can see my screen now. No, I'm going to do it again. I'm going to do it again because you didn't see that. So this is the command to amend. Use this command, and in here, anything you want to amend, you type it. Type the amend thing in between those curly braces. You get it? Yo. Let me pin this. Let me stop this. But let me show you again live. All right. So this is what we have currently. It's not working. I want to change this commit message. All right. So we don't want to have a case where our commit message is showing it's not working because this will give us problems with our checker. The way to do it is not to cry. No, don't cry. Don't cry. All right. No be muzzle. You just have to come here and type this command. Git commit dash amend. Note to git commit dash amend. Then dash m. So git commit, as I like to call it, dash amend dash m. And then in here, you can now type anything you want to type. You can now type the correct commit message. But just imagine someone that got this first commit message wrong. He can't amend the thing, can't get it wrong again. So it's not as if this person now failed correction. He failed the homework, failed the correction. So please don't be like that person. In your second time of amending the message, just take your time and write the correct one. After that, so anything you write now, let's say I use this, what will be this? What will be this? Right. Let's say I use this, right? Git commit dash amend, and then you can see what I wrote, starting to code today, so cool. And after that, I can now press enter. Once you press enter, everything will work. I hope that was clear. I hope that was clear. It's visible now, thank you. Yeah, you are going to see my screen. Okay, you are going to see my screen. Chinedu, you are going to see my screen. You are going to see my screen just now. Right? I'm going to see my screen. Don't mind the network. Network wanted to show us Shege app, but the kind of Shege we have seen this period, network Shege cannot do us anything. Now, when you amend the commit message, if previously you had made the mistake of not getting the token and the cloning aspect, right? When you do git push, it will ask you for username again. Every day at night, you start typing username. Next week, if you are with me, if you are part of my class for next week, my special intense learning class, where I will be saying a whole lot, doing a whole lot of these teachings, or if you are part of the one-on-one class I organize to teach people software engineering, I'm going to show you directly how to fix that message so that every day at night you don't get to type this thing. I know it's very annoying, right? That every time you want to push, you have to do this. I'm going to show you how in simple steps you can sharp forever and ever make sure that it doesn't ask you any of the personal access token. So if you want to join any of my class, either the general one or the one-on-one, where I'm going to be teaching you all the core concepts you have to use, then you send me a message. You send me a direct message. Now we have some problems. You are going to have this problem. I find it strange when some people are trying to avoid errors because it can't work. So let's just say I was playing around with things, I got that problem, and doesn't matter. All I have to do now is push. Username. This is very annoying. Every single time I have to put username, I have to do this. Very, 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 very annoying. So, but for the sake of you guys, I'm still going to do that so that it becomes clear on what to do when you have this kind of issues. And then for the password, personal access token, copy this and Control AV paste. All right, that's that. So we have done 0, 1, 2, and then the rest. This is the start. This is how to get you started with it. So far, so good. When is the one-on-one meeting? Send me a message, Claric. Send me a message. When I try to clone, it shows ALX precourse already exists. It's telling you it already exists. If it already exists, then you seed into it. You just seed into that thing that already exists. When is the one-on-one starting? You have to send me a message, and the one-on-one basically starts from tomorrow, Saturday. But you have to send me a message for more details. All right, ask questions. The next 3-4 minutes for questions. So let's take a recap on what we've done. We've created personal access token. We've done the GitHub, everything that concerns GitHub. We've explained what Git and GitHub is. We have seen how to, if you get a commit message wrong, how to make it right. We have also seen how to put your personal access token when it asks you for password. We have seen how to create the directories and the repositories and do everything in a very, very simple way. With all of this, you are equipped to do it. Now, in your task 3, you want to know what to do in your task 3. What to do in your task 3 is not difficult at all. At all, at all. Why do I say it's not difficult? Because I myself have made it simple for you. All you have to do now is to just come here and pay attention to this video. Everything you are supposed to do for your task 3 is there. In fact, I use this ALX tax in mind. I had it in mind when doing the video. And what tax is that? I'm going to pin it here now. I'm going to pin it on the comments too. Right? This is it. This video was not clear on how to fix a commit message. Don't worry, you're going to see this after I finish this session. This video, this one that is pinned now on the screen, realistically is going to tell you everything you have to do in your task 3. This comment that's pinned on the screen is going to tell you everything you have to do in your task 3. So that's it. Your task 3 is the one about branching, merging. Task 3 is about branching. Then task 4, it's about collaboration, right? collaboration. So your tax 3, tax 4, I explained it in that video there. Tax 3, tax 4, and tax 6, I explained it in that video. You know the tax I did not explain in that video was tax 5, and I'm going to be explaining it next week. You know that this your project are not scored. So if you are doing it to get 100%, you're on your own. So the most important thing is that you understand what you're doing. Your tax 3, tax 4, and tax 6 I explained in this video part 2. So you want to watch it and subscribe. All right, that's going to be that for today. Thank you so much for being here. We've had 1 hour 46 minutes of doing this live session, and I will see you guys in the group. So you can have the chance to either join my one-on-one that starts tomorrow or join the general group that starts on Monday next week. This video is going to be available today and tomorrow. On Sunday, it's also going to be available, but for a limited time. So, with all of this, I'm pretty much sure your understanding of Git has improved. Focus on your understanding. The next time you have the task, you can focus on getting 100%. If you follow this simple advice, you will succeed. I'm Bright Daniel, and this was how to push in Git. I'll see you back in the group.